everybody, it's your girl Sofia back here on Sofia's Football Talk to discuss Afcon as it concludes with the group stages, which was a very epic group stage, may I add. And now we got some, hopefully even more, if not definitely better, an epic round of 16 as we're diving into that this upcoming Saturday. Make sure before we fully predict my round of 16 prediction, like this video, subscribe to the channel, still on the road to 3K subscribers. So let's make that happen, shall we? Aight. The teams that are remaining, we got Equatorial Guinea, Cape Verde, who definitely has been probably the most surprising, or both of them, I should say, the most surprising teams of the tournament, especially Cape Verde, with Bebe, the former Man United, for a lot of people, the flop, but he's been pulling up, and the nation has been showing up. You also got Senegal, who went through, Angola, Mali, Morocco, Nigeria, who hasn't been putting up the most convincing display, but they're still there. Egypt, Cameroon, Burkina Faso, South Africa, DR Congo, and Côte d'Ivoire, aka Ivory Coast. The host nation has definitely been hella humiliated at their final game of the season when being slapped by Equatorial Guinea, but they were just about to be able to still continue and qualify for the round of 16. You also got Guinea with Naby Keita, you got Namibia and Mauritania. The thing is, though, some of the nations that went through due to ranking of third place teams, like I said, Ivory Coast, you got Mauritania, Namibia, and Guinea at the top there. But you did see teams like Ghana and Algeria dropping out. Lord have mercy. Very much of a bummer, but hey, it is what it is. Let's move on to the teams that will be playing against each other, shall we? So let's start off with the first game, which will be kicked off by Nigeria versus Cameroon. This one, though, Lord have mercy, I ain't gonna lie, people. I'm not gonna lie. This one, I think, can go either way. Cameroon, with their final game, didn't have Andre Onana starting in that game, but it was his cousin, Fabrice Ondoa, who did it. They came back against the Gambia with the 3-2, and I feel like the way they came back is kind of showcasing a bit of the we're not really gonna give up, you know, even though we're not necessarily pulling up trees, but we could maybe, just maybe, be a team that can potentially be able to be reckoned with. So here, comparing it to a Nigeria who as well, yeah, they're here, but they haven't been ripping it up. You know, they have been the most biggest favorites, such as a Senegal or maybe even a Morocco, to just add a few. But my prediction, if I'm going to be very honest, I have a feeling that Cameroon maybe can do something. What I saw in those last few minutes when they came back against the Gambia, let's be honest, the Gambia and, of course, Nigeria, two very different teams, but you never know. So I'm going to say Cameroon goes through to the quarterfinal. I could be very wrong. We have to wait and see. And then we got Angola versus Namibia. I'm going to be honest, this with Angola and Namibia, it's probably been one of the two teams that I haven't really seen that much of. I did see Angola's very last game, and, you know, they were all right, but it's a team potentially that could do something. You never know. I fancy Angola probably nicking it just about. So my prediction is going to be Angola going through to the quarterfinal. And then when it comes to Cape Verde, Mauritania won their very first Afcon game. Freaking hell. They have been taking such leaps and bounds over the years, from being ranked very low in the FIFA ranking over the years, but they have really worked on fully developing the youth and putting a lot of investment into bettering the nation as a footballing nation. And obviously, as things stand right now, it might have been money well spent I should say. But with Cape Verde, the some of the few games I've seen, they have been exceptional. They have been incredible. They won against Ghana. They were very close to winning against Egypt, but they drew that game. But they topped Group B by a mile, you can say. And what I predicted in Group B was wrong. I've been very wrong. In this case, though, Cape Verde and Mauritania, I think Cape Verde will be a bit too strong. So I'm gonna predict Cape Verde to get into the quarterfinal. Morocco and South Africa. Morocco, you know what? I felt like they started off very strong in the opening game, but maybe you know what? If I remember correctly, they drew to DR Congo. They were able to win their final game in their group, but it's not like they're like with Senegal. It's a bit more, we've done it before, we're gonna do it again, With Morocco, I still do think outside of, other than Senegal, I probably, in my humble opinion, I will say that Morocco definitely will be favorites as well. South Africa, they've done their thing. They're still here, but I do think Morocco will maybe be a bit too strong. But I won't be surprised if it does become any type of upset, though. I wouldn't be surprised. I just have a feeling that Morocco will be able to get the job done. So that's kind of on this side as well. On the other side, we got Mali versus Burkina Faso. I think Mali with Yves Bissouma will probably be able to go through, but you never know with Burkina Faso. You never. It can actually, they could be able to do it. Senegal, Ivory Coast, though. I just think that Senegal will be way too strong. Ivory Coast started off the opening game very strong, but the other games, they've fallen off. Especially that final game getting slapped off 4-0 by Equatorial Guinea. And they just about was able to make it. It's been an utter shambles with their time, especially being the home nation as well. The freaking host of this Afcon. Not really pulling up trees, but here we are. So, but I say that to say, I still do think that Senegal will be going through. When it comes to Egypt versus the Republic Democratic of Congo, I think Egypt probably will do it. They will be out, with good old Mohamed Salah. He's out due to a knock that he got in the second game. He was sitting there for the final game against Cape Verde. He watched it, was, of course, supporting his last, but I believe very soon he will be going back to Liverpool, getting treatment. And then if Egypt gets to a semifinal, final, he potentially could be back. Will be out for at least 3 to 4 weeks due to that injury. I believe it was a hamstring injury. I still think the way Egypt were able to come back, though, against Cape Verde, Cape Verde was able to kind of make it an equalizer at the end. I have a feeling that Egypt probably will still win, though. But do not get it twisted. DR Congo with Wissa, just to name a few, I think they can do something, though. And I will not be shocked if Egypt goes out, because seriously, they haven't really been that exciting. They haven't. This is just me being honest. They haven't been pulling up trees. They've just been meh, but they've gotten it. So here we are. When it comes to the final game, which is Equatorial Guinea versus Guinea, I do think Equatorial Guinea will probably go through, but you never know with Guinea and Naby Keita. I've seen a bit more of Equatorial Guinea compared to a Guinea game, if I'm going to be honest, within this Afcon tournament. But Equatorial Guinea, the way they were just so good against Ivory Coast in that final game, I just have a feeling, I just have a feeling that they will be doing it. So that is kind of that with my predictions. But of course, would also love to hear your predictions down below in the comment section. So make sure that you do let me know. Comment it down below. Let's talk. Let's have a chat. I'll be back very soon. We will be, as the round of 16 now starts, we'll be doing a live match reaction, talking about all of the games. We'll dive into them. We'll talk. We may have some guests on to talk about it. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure that you, of course, are subscribed and also click the notification bell button, like the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be very, very soon. Peace out, y'all. Sophie out. Bye-bye.